Hey. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the minimum viable budget or MVB calculator. This is truly the easiest and simplest way to calculate how much money you're going to need at a minimum for your ads to really see the kind of results that you're looking for. Anything below the $5 per ad per day just doesn't give Meta enough money to really allocate your ads and figure out, okay, within this interest audience or within this targeted audience, these are the best people to show their ads to, and these are the people that actually convert. And you just might not get the kind of results that you're looking for. Ultimately, we're doing this because we want to increase our revenue numbers. So our budget also needs to make sense. So this calculator is super straightforward. You might not even need it, but I figured I'd do a tutorial for it as well. First, you want to go into your hub, right, and click on the sales calculator. It'll take you to the drive. And then to make a copy of this, just go to File, make a copy so that you can work in it on your drive. Once you have that done, we are gonna get started. Okay, so number of ads. I'm gonna run through the calculator, also explain kind of why everything is there. So the number of ads per ad set. So if I'm launching a new campaign, right, and I'm running an offer for let's say Black Friday, that's like the most popular one, or 4th of July, Father's Day, Mother's Day, whatever it is. It could be an evergreen offer, meaning the promotion is not necessarily based or related to a holiday. Whatever your offer is, I always recommend to start, right, as a best practice with at least 2 ads so you kind of know what works. You really don't know what works better and what resonates better with your audience if you only have 1 ad. Now, you can choose to run all your tests all at once, right? But for this, we want to keep it streamlined, simple, easy. So we are running our offer. We want to create 2 different ads, right? Graphic A and graphic B. So we're just testing out maybe 2 different images. But our messaging is the same, our headlines are the same, everything else is the same. So we have 2 ads, 2 unique ads per ad set. So this is per ad set. So think of it as you have your campaign, your ad set level, and then your ads. And then if we want to run 2 different audiences, right, we want to test our client avatar A and B. Let's say you have really different clients. This would also be a good test to run, or maybe your audiences have various interested. And so when you interest stack and you're creating your audience, right, you want to make sure that you're grouping one client avatar with similar interests together. So in that case, maybe I want to test out 2 different audiences. So now I have a total of 4 ads, right? So I have my campaign, I have 2 different audiences, and then within those 2 different audiences, I have 2 ads. So in total, I have 4 ads, 2 unique, and then total of 4. And you'll see this also in your reporting where, each ad is unique, or I should say each ad is counted, even if it's the same one, but if it's in a different ad set, if that makes sense. So we have a total of 4 ads. And then the length of our campaign, let's say we're doing a Black Friday promo, that might be like 14 days, right? A little before Black Friday, a little after to do the Cyber Monday sale. And then we have our $5 per ad per day rule. So all you really need to fill out is how many ads you're intending on running. Definitely start with, I would say, at least 2. Let's say you only wanted to do 1 audience because, your audience or your customers, they're kind of within the same group, or you just feel comfortable in terms of budget-wise, then you could do it this way. And then, again, our total number of ads in that case would be 2. We're running it for 2 weeks. And then here it calculates our total minimum viable budget for the length of the campaign. So I can add that. Now, if we went back to original example where we were doing 2 different audiences, right, then we stayed the same length in terms of our campaign, then our total minimum viable budget would be $300. So, and that amounts to $20 per day. So when you start to break down daily budgets, you'll see that even though an amount can sound huge, like even 10K, when you break it down by the amount of campaigns that you have and the amount of ads, it really doesn't end up being that much. So that gives us a solid $20 per day for our campaign. So it's very simple, very easy, straightforward, and that's the goal, because there's a lot of stuff in Ads Manager that can be finicky and tricky. And when you're developing your ad strategy, right, and you go through that process, figuring out your budget really should not be what you're racking your brain around. I definitely recommend to keep it simple and start here. Now, if you're feeling inspired and you also want to get a better idea of how much money you would need to, let's say, reach a $5,000 goal or a $10,000 sales goal, then you can definitely go ahead and use the sales projection calculator for services or products depending on your company. And that'll give you also a better idea for planning purposes or for right now on how much you need an ad budget to reach your goals. I hope that helps.